Taurus Rising December 2021 is a big focus on investing in yourself, whether that is financially, energetically, resources that you're putting back into you and bettering who you are as we enter 2022. If you're excited to dive into the astrology and the tarot for your rising sign for this December, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you are always up to date with what the stars have in store for you. Before we get into it, quick mention of two things that I use on a daily basis in crypto that you might be interested in. First is Swan Bitcoin. It's where I dollar cost average every month and buy a small amount of Bitcoin repeatedly. And if you use my link down below, you will get $10 of free Bitcoin upon signing up. And the second thing that I want to mention is Cointelegraph Markets Pro, a resource to track news and what's up and coming in the market. So it will let you know whether Bitcoin or altcoins are projected to perform better in the weeks to come. It will also let you know what coins are trending in the news so you can front run them and get ahead of the trade. So I use both of them regularly if you want to check them out down below. Hi, if we have not met yet, I am Maren. I am a professional astrologer using Hellenistic techniques within whole sign houses and the tropical zodiac if you're new here and confused about what system I'm using. Starting out the month on the 4th, there is a solar eclipse in Sagittarius, a new moon on steroids that's happening in your 8th house of investing, shared finances, and joint resources. So with eclipses usually being world events that show up in our lives in a particular way, this is ending a 1.5 year long cycle of this past 1.5 years of like lockdowns, etc. with what new beginning are you going to embark on that involves investing? What does that mean? Is that financially? Is that in yourself? Is that being more responsible? Because this looks a bit spontaneous, but it looks like something that's been building up for the past 1.5 years. Now, on the 6th to the 8th, Mars in your 7th house will be squaring Jupiter in your 10th house. So trouble or aggression or a bit of conflict in your joint relationship, the most prominent one-on-one relationship in your life, which could be a marriage partner, could be like a spouse, could be a boyfriend, girlfriend, a best friend, is up against success and improvements in your career. So it's kind of like the person that's big in your life might be holding you back or troubling you from some type of career success that you're having. On the 9th onward, Venus will be conjunct Pluto in your Capricorn 9th house. So the growth of values and good things on a massive scale of realizing what really matters to you is happening in your 9th house of foreign travel, higher education, or large-scale spiritual practices. That's the really big focus for the end of the year, is this widespread new obsession or growth with a kind of large-scale effort towards higher education or travel or spiritual progress. On the 11th to the 12th, the sun in your Sagittarius 8th house, lighting up investments, resources, sharing of these things for long-term growth, will be squaring Neptune in your 11th house of groups, friends, and networking. So watch out for people that you're connected to being dishonest or confusing when it comes to how you want to prioritize your investment journey. On the 14th, Mars will enter your Sagittarius 8th house, indicating effort or drive or aggression going towards investing and the sharing of resources from now onward. Then on the 16th onward, Saturn in your Aquarius 10th house will be squaring Uranus in your 1st house. This has been a year-long dynamic that is not new, but is really focused at the end of the year, where maturity, restriction, having to work long and hard in reaching your career goals is up against sudden changes and the sudden urge to rebel against an old version of yourself. You're looking to break into a new identity, and the kind of maturity that your career is requiring is rubbing up against that. Now, on the 19th, there is a full moon in your Gemini 2nd house, and ending a completion in your 2nd house of finances. Looks like it could be ending an income stream. Maybe you're ending getting direct income, going more into investing. Wouldn't be surprised if there's something like that happening where you might be making less or ending a source of income, but putting more money towards making your money work for you. This is really the big ending at the end of the year is a financial one. Now on the 20th, Venus will station retrograde in your Capricorn 9th house. Venus retrogrades are a reanalysis or rethinking of values that are held in a particular area of life. For you, that's your 9th house of higher education, long distance foreign travel, or large scale philosophies and religions. So these things are getting a major overhaul, and maybe you're moving substantially or rethinking a large scale move, or maybe you're rethinking how you want to put your education and your time towards learning towards something. On the 22nd, the sun then enters your Capricorn 9th house. More focus, more lighting up, more maturity about where you want to see yourself heading spiritually, logistically, location-wise, and if you're in school. On the 28th, we then end the year with Jupiter re-entering your Pisces 11th house. So May into July, we had a preview of this, but for much of 2022, Jupiter, the planet of growth, will be in your 11th house of groups, friends, and networking, growing that area of life for you to where it's the main focus of optimism and abundance for 2022, being who you know, how you're meeting people, and connections. If you have any thoughts down below about what's coming up for you, I would love to hear any thoughts, any opinions, any projected events that line up with with what I'm seeing here. Always interested to hear down below. And let's get into the tarot. The tarot card for Taurus Risings that we have is the Queen of Crypto, aka the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen is a card of nurturing, of support. Pentacles is worldly resources like money, energy, home, property, etc. So it looks like you are rethinking what powers you towards achieving new abundance. Literally, what is your support system? What motivates you? And where do you see your source energy coming from to help you make bank, basically? If you did enjoy this, as always, make sure that you subscribe. It does help out in the algorithm. And as the last video for your rising sign for 2021, if you want to mention anything about what you've experienced or things that transit-wise came up for you along the year that maybe I didn't touch on or I did and you want to emphasize, let me know in the comments. I always get interested to read. I see everything. So for now, I will see you in 2022. Take care. That will be the next one.